Hello, my name is Nick Rado. I'm a stand-up comedian all the way from New Zealand, and this is why I drink coconut water.
With Ben Rice. Hey, Nick, thanks for doing the show.
No worries. Thanks for having us. Thanks for getting my favorite drink.
Yeah, also, I should point out we are here. You wanted to be at Folsom Prison. The best I could do was the California State Penitentiary in Folsom. We also get the Folsom Dam. So, we've got a few things that we can do over here.
Absolutely.
It's definitely the ideal place to record a podcast.
Well, no.
No?
They say that, you probably shouldn't do it at the side of the highway, outside a place where you could get shot or by anyone inside the guards.
It could be a guard. It could be a prisoner. Who can tell?
Or the people who are working at the dam.
Yeah.
There's a lot of risk.
Yeah.
This is like a high-risk podcast, but I hope everyone here appreciates this. And this is probably the weirdest place I've drank called coconut water, so thank you very much.
You're very welcome. So we're drinking Vita Coco.
Yes.
Coconut water.
So the reason why I drink this is because I never used to be into this, and also thank you as well, because I know that this is your least favourite drink.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's part of the podcast. I got to do it.
Part of the podcast. So the reason why I drink coconut water is because I am married to a yoga instructor.
Okay.
And I never had this in my life, in my world. And I met my wife at a comedy show, stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Sorry, I was doing stand-up comedy. She was in the show. And before, I don't know, I just was never into the health buzz, market, and I just basically started getting into it, and apparently it's very good for you.
Okay.
And so now I drink it quite a lot. It's very good for rehydrating, especially when you're in the heat.
Yeah.
Northern California sun outside a penitentiary.
Yeah.
And we are absolutely downing this because it is so hot.
It is hot. I'm like, you know what? This is actually tolerable for me right now.
Yeah.
Because I need it. But it's weird. It's a weird beverage. You can see on the rim of the glass there's like...
How would you describe it? Because you normally drink beer.
Yeah.
You normally drink kind of thing where you can describe the taste. You're actually a connoisseur of drinks.
No.
If you were to sort of go through this in terms of giving it how they say fruit forward, hoppy, hazy, that kind of thing. How would you describe this?
So this is like to me, it's kind of like a milky, chalky. I would prefer if they would call it coconut milk. I know it's not, because that's a different thing entirely, which is the unfortunate part of it.
Yeah.
But it's got this weird texture within it. And I love coconut. That's why I'm surprised I don't like coconut water.
Interesting.
That's the weird thing.
Well, this one in particular is a bit milky, and it's very, it is very milky. And it's kind of like, it says on the box, extra coconut.
Yeah, and it's
so,
got this
I don't know what the extra coconut is. I don't know what that means.
I mean, it's coconut. Are they just remilking it? What's going on? Yeah, but it's got that.
They're giving extra. Yeah, they're putting extra.
Fans of the podcast, fans of the show. Yep, they're all here.
Yeah,
out here on Folsom Dam Road or wherever we're at.
So the reason why I wanted to come out here was obviously drink coconut water with you, but I used to grow up next to some gang members at home in New Zealand.
Okay.
And so I've got really an affiliation with gang members, because when I was about 19 or 20, our city, our town, thought that the way to get gangs, troubled youth out of gangs, was to teach them how to snorkel. And I was the lead person in this campaign.
Okay.
And so I was the head snorkeler, I guess. And I had to go on the bus and travel to the beach in New Zealand, and then watch 13 to 14-year-olds, troubled youths, drive to the beach in a different car every week.
Yeah.
And I was the one that was like, maybe I'm the one that needs to be in on this. Because I feel like they're doing way better than me, and they're only 13, 14. I was a lot older than them. You guys, if you follow me, you'll be catching the bus in 7 years' time as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I also was the thought process, well, if they're snorkeling, they might find wealth in the water, as opposed to stealing it for other people.
Listen, I don't know what the idea was. Maybe it was just keeping them busy. What was that phrase? Idle.
Oh, yeah. Idle hands are the devil's plaything.
Absolutely, yes. But here's the thing, Ben. I since found out, maybe 7 or 8 years later, so after we did that campaign,
Okay.
there was a major drug bust in New Zealand.
Okay.
And do you know how they were getting the drugs into the country?
Were they swimming them in?
They were dumping them offshore. And they were getting teams of scuba divers to bring them into the country. So I think, I don't know.
What I heard is that you're teaching words.
Yeah.
They're like,
What do you...
hey, you gave them the skills and they just applied them.
Absolutely.
That's all that happened.
My job was to teach them how to snorkel. It wasn't to stop them doing the illegal activity.
Right.
So in hindsight, I don't know, me stopping these guys joining a gang, I ended up maybe making the gang even better.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think that's actually something you should be like proud of.
Yeah, okay.
Because they learned it
Yeah.
and they put it to use.
Yes.
They are lifelong snorkelers.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, some of those guys are really tough, and they, no amount of snorkeling was going to get through to these guys. But it just goes to show that if you put in the laps, as the old saying goes in the snorkeling world, if you put your time underwater, you can, it does pay in the end.
Yeah. It turns out that they were in league with each other.
Yeah. Do you know how they got caught?
No.
They
showed up in a different car every week.
Pretty much. No, they didn't. So when they brought in the haul, the 4-wheel drive, sort of the quad bike that they used was too small, so they had to do 3 or 4 trips. And so when they left the stuff on the beach, someone stumbled across it, and then they were like, this doesn't look good. And then when they came back to pick it up, there was like a policeman waiting. So as much as the snorkeling worked, maybe we should have worked in, I don't know, math, in terms of like,
bring something that you can take it all at once?
If you're bringing in this amount of goods, what container would be the best thing to take this away?
Yeah. Maybe bring all of them at once. Then you got a whole gang of quad bikes out there, so that's tough.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, we need to have access. It's got to be quick.
Yeah.
And it can get into if we're getting in a chase, we can get off road. So I can see why they would do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
But also, minimize your exposure.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's why I wanted to come out, drink some coconut water with you, cross the road from the prison. I don't have really a dam story though. But
it is water related.
It is water related.
It is water related. So we've done it.
True. Yeah, we've got it all in there in one spot. But so thank you. And so what's your this
is also a thing I don't like. This little chunks.
The chunks, the gag.
Yeah.
It does look very.
It's unappealing.
It's very unappealing.
Visually unappealing.
I think if it was warm, it wouldn't be good.
No. No, it almost was.
It almost was. Yeah. In terms of how hot it was, we did have ice, but it melted pretty quick.
Yeah.
So talk us through your history with coconut water, and when was the first time you thought, not for me?
I think the first time I had coconut water was probably about 8 years ago. Okay. My girlfriend brought some home from like Costco or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I like coconuts.
The source of coconuts.
Yeah. She hates coconuts, so it didn't make any sense why it was showing up in her house.
Right.
Via her.
Okay.
Right. So I'm like, well, I like coconut. This must be a nice treat for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, keep cold. All right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I chilled it down, and then I opened it up, and I took a smell. And I'm like, nope, don't care for that, which we'd not do. Hold on. Yeah. Not
bring back the memories.
Not great. It's because coconut has a distinct smell when you like shave coconut. It's like it's an inviting smell. This doesn't have that. It's just a lot is lost in the.
In the process
of
the process nature of it. It's kind of because the thing with coconuts, it already comes with a container. It's kind of like bottled water. It's a thing where it's like, they shouldn't be able to sell it to us, but somehow we're fooled.
Like we took the process out, but also now it's been out of the coconut for who knows how long.
Exactly.
So something's probably changed.
Oh yeah.
And you're getting that natural. The coconut ring around it is probably like a much more welcome and full flavor right up front.
Yeah.
Have you had coconut water straight from the coconut?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah?
Well,
is there a difference? Is there a difference? Is there a distinct difference, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that it's more watery than this.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it...
Well, this has extra coconut in it. So
Yeah, and weirdly, it's like for something that is growing from the ground for free, it still costs a lot of money when you buy it. So I've had a Fiji coconut.
okay.
So that's great. I've had a coconut in Tonga and Samoa and the islands as well. And yeah, it doesn't need to be in a carton. Like they could just sell it as a coconut. It's already there. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
And I think if they were going to sell anything, it would be just like a coconut opener.
Yeah.
Like a screwdriver, like a wine cork.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be yeah. Why aren't we doing that?
Why don't we just put the cork into the coconut
and then you twist it when you're ready?
Twist it when you're ready.
Right.
I mean,
I think we solved it.
I think this is a new business.
I think. Why are we doing comedy? What are we doing? What are we doing all this stuff for? We can just be. So I think there's pretty demand for coconut water.
Yeah. I mean, look, because this is all like.
This is boring.
It's plastic. It's kind of like a cardboardy. It's plastic.
So they want you to think they're thinking about the environment, but they didn't have to put it in here. They could have just given you a coconut.
They just and they've even got a coconut on here with a hole in it.
Yeah, to show that it can be done.
It can be done.
Yeah.
So we just need to put that kind of corkscrew thing in there.
Yeah.
With a little bit of a twist, and then once you twist it open, it's good to go.
Yeah.
And then that's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Is the and how good.
And then you have coconut for home.
Yeah. Yeah. And
probably make coconut oils. Yeah. Coconut, creams for your skin.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things in here which like they say is a selling point, but I don't think this is a selling point. So our coconuts are handpicked on thousands of small farms throughout the tropics.
So consistency.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, are you just stealing from small farmers?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a selling point. I'd rather there be like this big excess coconut situation.
Because you're also, and it's like they're going to all be consistently the same.
Yes.
Because they're from the same place. It's like, I found one way over here and one over here. They're going to be completely different.
Old man John, John down the road,
he
might not have, he might just be doing it for the money. He's not doing it for the passion of coconuts.
Yeah.
And you don't know if there's one that has been responsibly sourced.
Okay.
So this is, there's also someone, it's not on this one, but some coconuts say that they are conflict-free coconut.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know what.
This one is full of conflict.
Yeah.
Like, we can't say that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conflict.
There's a lot of conflict.
But does it say protect what's good?
I mean, that's just
for the cardboard packaging.
Yeah. But this isn't like an excess thing. Pressed, new look.
Yeah.
I mean,
pressed. It's pleated. It's the pleated pants of.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm really disappointed with though? It's not even real coconut. From
hold on, make sure it's on the shot. Yeah. Devastating.
Yeah, that should really be at the top.
Yeah.
Right, a cocoa. That's what the extra coconut is.
Yeah. You bastards.
And also, vitamin D, 0%. Why would you put that in there?
Well, you got it.
Wow.
Almost no calcium.
Right?
But plenty of vitamin C for the outdoors.
Yeah. Well, do you know what I want to see on here? Coconut. 100%. I want to see all this malarkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's the. But I think. So, what are we going to call our new coconut business for you?
Boy. That's tough. So we got I'm usually pretty good with names. So we got a corkscrew for coconuts.
We're gonna and it's natural, it's organic, it's straight from the source.
Yep.
It is.
Now, are you also growing the coconuts just making sure we get all the money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we hybriding them so that when they grow with the screw already in there?
This is
just our own.
Let's save money later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna almost like gain a splicing for coconut.
Yeah. Splicing genes. Splicing the genes of a corkscrew.
Now we're up in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I like this. We have to go into some sort of old tree and get the sap like a coconut.
Yeah.
Coconut.
Yeah, you got it. Almost made a mistake on the phone. We're doing great.
Oh no, they're good. Yeah, so coconut. It would have to be. I love a pun.
Yeah,
on a word.
I do, and that's.
Yeah, maybe what we could
do corkscrew.
A corkscrew.
Yeah.
Corkscrew nut.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the other one you can do is obviously cocoa nuts with a Z.
But how we sell them is always in twos.
Yeah.
So they always look like nuts.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, you know, what you could do is just have the handle be two, because then you've got this corkscrews giving you the other piece. So we could do that.
This is it.
Yeah.
So
we got two coconuts that you grip and you twist.
The grip that you twist.
And then the corkscrew.
And it comes out of that.
Yeah.
Like, kind of
there
we go.
Yeah.
And it does look.
Yeah. And then when you're done, you'll know when you finish.
You know when you're finished. And and that's it.
I think it sells itself.
Oh, I feel like we've got a new business.
Yeah.
We've made ourselves feel good about the snorkeling element.
Yep.
We're outside of prison. We've included the surroundings in our stories. We've come up with a new business.
Doing great.
Oh my gosh, this is probably one of the greatest podcasts I've ever been. This is the most productive podcast I've ever been.
Yeah, so I think we've done all we can do with this.
Okay.
We've talked about the coconut. I mean, there's so much more we could do, but we could just say, what job are you going to quit now that we've come up with this $1 billion idea?
Oh, well, I'm going to go straight onto Dragon's Den or the Shark Tank or whatever it's called in America. We've got to pitch it, but I'm dropping out of comedy. I'm saying goodbye to my family. No, I'll take my family with me.
Yeah, please do.
I love my family.
Yeah, they should get in on it. They need their generational wealth.
This is generational wealth. No, absolutely. The kids, we're moving to Fiji to cultivate the coconuts.
And I'll be over in Tonga.
Yes.
We'll have two going.
Doing the franchise.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
We've got all the islands covered.
Yeah.
And then we market it to the world.
And
then the only thing that's going to fail us is tariffs.
Yeah. Damn it, I forgot about the tariffs. And our general know-how.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it takes to get a coconut plant going.
That's true. These are finer details.
We can find this out. This is stuff.
What we do, if I know anything about business, is you put the money down first.
Right.
You go all in first, then you worry about the finer details.
Yeah, it's like the science and
how is it possible, permits,
yeah,
legalities, all that stuff. That all just falls into place once the money and the investment is in. Because otherwise, you're waking up in the morning. Why are you doing it? Because I'm doing it because my house is up for sale.
Yeah.
I literally have nowhere to go other than work.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. So we're both going to do that.
Yeah.
We'll set up in the islands.
Yeah.
And if you, this is maybe a chance to chat to the listener. If you want to get involved.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Sending money.
Yeah. And if you don't want to get involved, send us a link to this episode. You get 15% off your first purchase.
There we go.
How about that?
How
about that? Just use promo code FOUND-YA. I don't know.
Found is great.
Yeah.
And it's with a ya as well.
Yeah, YA.
YA.
Yeah.
That's it. Promo code FOUND-YA. We'll get you that discount.
15%, which will pretty much wipe out 1/4 of the tariff price. It's pretty good.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So Ben's always thinking.
Well, we could also, the percentage of the tariff off. So.
Oh, yeah.
So you use promo code NO TARIFFS to get the tariff cost removed as a discount code for listening to this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can just listen to the episode and
steal your idea.
Yeah. And even that, to be honest, we'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Except to see
if the world could have a corkscrew made for coconuts that's shaped like a coconut dick, then we've done our part.
Then that's, we would love to have that on our gravestone.
Yeah. As I always say, I've had a few $1 million ideas, so if I can get like 7 of them, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
$7 million. That's pretty good.
I'll probably be okay.
Yeah. You can buy 2 Bitcoins with that.
Yeah.
So
that's
the real goal.
So Nick, when you're not standing outside of a prison hoping no guards come to shoot you in the head from the sniper tower, what else are you doing?
I do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm currently in Sacramento, obviously, doing some shows. I got one show tonight. It's called the Don't Tell Show. I'm not allowed to tell anybody where it is or that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm doing that tonight. It's my last show. I actually fly out back to New Zealand tomorrow. I've really come over because I've been asked by the Nateland management team to come over and do a Nate Bargatze's lineup. He owns a company called Nateland Productions. He does a podcast called the Nateland Podcast. And yeah, I opened for him maybe about 18 months ago in New Zealand. And I do clean stand-up comedy. And he does clean, and it was kind of, we had this reciprocal thing, and he said, hey, do you want to come over and do this lineup? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be in Nashville, New Zealand. Yeah. And so I sort of built this sort of whole trip around it, and then this is kind of the second leg of the trip where I'm doing I did the Throckmorton Theatre in San Francisco, and then I did one of your shows, Ben, last night.
And another one the night before.
And another one the night before at the Lagos Brewery. Yeah. Great shows, fantastic shows. We had Mikey Winfield, America's Got Talent finalist. Big shows. Ben only puts on the big shows.
That's right.
And so it's been really great. And I don't think this will be the last time I come over. We've got lots of plans to keep coming back. And it's just sort of the start of a new thing, really. And America was never really on my radar in terms of a place to come and do stand-up, but over the last 2 or 3 years, especially with the rise of Nate and the popularity of clean comedy and the need for us to have a bit of a laugh at the moment, it's kind of all the stars are all aligning. So I'm super pumped. I'm going to be performing and producing and recording a comedy special in August 15th and 16th, and you can see it on my YouTube channel, Nick Rado Comedian. And there's loads of stuff on there already, but kind of watch the space. The Nateland thing, I'll tell you a little bit of a story about that. So I flew all the way from New Zealand basically on a Monday to perform at Zanies in Nashville on a Monday night, and it was recorded and it was all the big management people there. It was a big deal. Like, you had the vice president of Nateland Productions there, Nate Bargatze's sister was there, so family members were there. Yeah. It was a big deal. John Christ was there. He's got millions of followers. Got Brian Bates, who's on the Nateland podcast. Aaron Webber, who was there. Mm-hmm. All of these big names. And then 10 minutes before I'm about to go on stage, Nashville has this massive downpour, and the power goes out. And all the comedians are in there. They're kind of because they're all sort of local comedians, they're all sort of real chill, and they're just going, oh yeah. And I go, does this happen often? He goes, oh, not really. Then they start talking, and then they're like, oh, maybe we'll still get paid, even though we haven't done the gig. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, I've literally flown this
halfway around the world
for this show. To be 10 minutes away from this, it can't end like this. It has to go ahead. Even if we don't do the filming, I have to perform in front of these people just to show them what I got. And they say it never normally lasts more than 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, half an hour later, it's still no power. And then they say, okay, we're still going to do the show, but it's going to be with no lights, no microphone.
Yes. Okay.
In the dark.
Yes.
And so I'm like, at least I get to perform, right?
So they won't know what you look like, but they'll know.
Yeah,
sound like.
Exactly. There'll be no prejudice.
Yeah.
As it would just purely be, if they wanted to put me on Sirius XM, this is a good way to test it. Yeah. See if it works as an audio format. And MC goes out there in the dark. Someone had a torch, I think. That was the only light that they had. Mm-hmm. And then does pretty well, actually, considering it's in the dark. And then a minute before he's about to introduce us on stage, the lights come on, everyone goes cheers, and then he's just about to introduce the first comedian, and then the microphone comes on, and it's a massive round of applause. It goes ahead, I record it, it goes gangbusters. I don't know what it is about, audiences thinking
being trapped
to get a show in the darkness, and then it was just anything will do after that. But the audience was so hot after that, and it went really well. So I can't wait for it to be released, but that's going to be out soon, and it'll be released on Nateland Productions, and I'll put it on my YouTube channel as well. So so it's been a heck of a week. That was literally on Monday.
Yeah. This is Saturday. Yeah.
And then
Wild week.
Saturday. It's
Yeah.
been a
And
wild
Tuesday
week.
you were at Throckmorton
Tuesday
in Mill Valley.
Throckmorton, Mill Valley. Wednesday went to the Oakland A's game, watched them get hammered by the Los Angeles Angels. Had an overpriced chili dog. And
American experience.
a true American experience. I bought an $8 water. And
you're like, do you have coconut water? Like, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of
Have
here.
you got the one with the corkscrew? No? Of course not.
It's going to take off.
I was doing my market research.
Yeah.
And they don't have it.
Which means they're, again,
Yeah.
hold the plug.
Oh, yeah. That could be the name of the business.
Oh, yeah. Hold the plug, yeah.
But yeah, so it's been a heck of a week, and then log off brewery, then we did the Geist House, and then off to don't tell anyone, and then off to San Francisco. This is the rock and roll lifestyle. I will catch a BART train to San Francisco airport, and then wait for 8 hours until my flight leaves at 10 p.m.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll fly for 14 hours?
13 hours.
Ah.
Yeah.
Pretty good for just guessing out of the air.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's the story. So thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem
This
whatsoever.
is out of all of the experiences I've had this whole last week. This is weirdly not the most random.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for doing it. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And hopefully it recorded. Yeah. And we've got a couple of angles potentially.
Yeah. It's recording still. We're doing great. Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah. We get a whole podcast. Now we just got to offload it somehow.
Yeah.
All right. We don't need to talk about the videos. I do it every time, and then I'm like, don't put the video. All right. So yeah, where can people find out more? It's like Nick Rado Comedian.
Nick Rado Comedian, just on all the socials, YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But NICKRADO, like the watch, Nick Rado Comedian. And and where can people find you, Ben Rice?
Oh, yeah, it's across the social media at Barley and Me Pod or barleyandmepod.com.
Great.
Yeah, we did it. Thanks so much for listening and watching whatever you did there. I still don't have a way out of this thing. So that has been This Is Why I Drink Coconut Water with Nick Rado and with Ben Rice.
Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Empty glasses.